My name is Michelle Burke, and I believe that each and every one of us is a hot mess, whether we want to admit it or not. And that it's in these messy moments in life that we learn, we grow, we expand. And in this world of filters and facades that we live in, it's time just to let it all crumble. What I was running from was a life that no longer served me. But in the process of moving, I was struggling financially. I was the one who was giving myself these bruises on my thighs because I like to curl up when I sleep. And what I was doing was my body was so stressed. I was in such a state of survival mode that I was putting myself in the fetal position while I was sleeping and then elbowing my thighs. Sometimes that we say we're going all in on ourselves, but we're in such a state of survival mode that we're still just going through the motions. And since I was in this vulnerable state and they were offering me things that I needed at that time, they were offering to take me out to dinner. It's like, okay, yes, that's a meal I don't have to pay for. And in the process of that, I ended up being sexually abused. It doesn't matter who you talk to. The second we say COVID hit, we all have a COVID story. Okay, COVID put all of us globally in a state of survival. Sometimes we need to leave where we are in order to fully heal and to snap ourselves out of that state of survival mode. One of the things that happens when we're in these states of survival is we have these barriers up and we prevent things that we desire from flowing to us because they don't feel safe in our bodies or we don't have the capacity to receive anything because we're running on autopilot. But her taking it out on me was the greatest thing she could have done because it made something snap in me where I'm like, I can't do this anymore. But then slowly realized that the environment that I was living in was toxic beyond toxic. One of my housemates was a chronic alcoholic. I'm talking literally falling down the stairs drunk. Was in environments that were healthy, that were safe, that nurtured me, that fed my soul, and allowed me to come home, allowed me to come home back to myself. Why does this keep happening to me? Like, I get in these places where I'm on task, like I'm ready to go, my body's healed, and one of my basic needs again gets stripped from me. This time, because I knew what to do, because I know that I am always going to be provided for. And that's one of the greatest things to remember when we're in survival mode to help us switch out of it is you will be provided for. And the second you surrender, the second you turn the power up to a higher power, show me the truth, which will set me free from the demons of my mind. Show me the truth, which will set me free from the financial demons of my mind, or show me the truth, which will set me free from my financial demons.
Until we get to a place where we're willing and able to surrender, we then are literally in a fight to stay alive.
The money is barely there for rent and groceries.
Mhm.
And then you look at your bank account again, after you've paid your rent, and you're like, okay, well, I guess we're gonna get a little creative with groceries this week.
Trauma, whether big T or small t, gets passed on up to 8 generations. And my mom used to buy a 50-pound sack of potatoes and a 50-pound case of chicken every month. And when I say we had chicken and potatoes every day,
You
besides
had
like
chicken and potatoes
Friday,
every day.
yeah, chicken and potatoes. Sometimes we really do have to challenge the narratives that we're holding on to, because that essentially shapes our world.
And the first time I caught myself doing that in the grocery store, I was so pissed off at myself. It's like, no, no, you're not becoming mom. No, you're not doing what mom did. Listen to your body.
Hmm.
And I say that in even when you're in survival mode, your body knows what it can and cannot hold. Your body knows what it is and isn't capable of. Your mind is going to try its hardest and its best to keep you safe because that is your mind's job.
Hmm.
Our brain is programmed to keep us safe, but our body knows what does and doesn't feel safe.
Listeners, listen to your body. It will always tell you everything that you need to know. Michelle, thank you so much for your time today. And listeners, just a reminder, you were not built to break, and you damn sure were not built to just survive. Disrupt the cycle, reclaim your life, and thrive on your own terms. And I will see you next week.